The silver tsunami, the crisis of 2008 and 2009 have made retirement plans for baby boomers almost obsolete. What will they do now to focus their future on saving and investing for those years that are in front of them? We have a tsunami in front of us like we have never seen before. And the question is, how are you as an advisor going to be able to, one, benefit, but number two, help these individuals find retirement into their future? A financial plan properly redesigned can help the baby boomers get where they need to go with a lot of hard work and a commitment to a plan. The fact is, up until the crisis, there was no public outcry, and it meant that there was no crisis. But there's a crisis today, and the crisis today is that people's retirement income funds are 30 to 50% or worse than they were just 12 short months earlier. The reason for this tsunami is complicated, but more importantly, it has many pieces to it. Market volatility, rising health costs, income longevity. How are people going to live off their income into retirement if they live to 80 or 90 years old? The changing source of income, maintaining their standard of living, and finally, in our industry, a dwindling sales force means that there are less people there to be able to help people through this tsunami. And that's where the best opportunity is for you as the producer, because if you can work with customers and you can focus them on getting their plans right, you will have more people to talk to than you ever had in the past. What we're doing today in our industry is we're providing the right products and services for today's rapidly changing environment. We're building principal protecting products that allow people to get some upside inside the market, build their retirement nest egg, but also protect their principal. The question is, how can we reinvent the industry ourselves to be stronger and more valuable to our customers who today need our advice and our products more than ever? Now, does anyone in this room believe for a second that there are fewer people, fewer families needing what we have today more than they did even last year? Of course not. There is an explosion of prospects out in the marketplace that are looking for professional advisors who want to sit down and interact with the customer and really understand what their fears, their dreams, and their long-term plans are. So what can we do as an industry to increase the number of people selling our products and communicating our story? The ability for us to bring new advisors into the industry who can help the baby boomers plan for their retirement and all the phases of retirement are going to be key to our success. So how do we do this? Well, in the last 18 months, one thing has not changed. There are 4 phases of retirement that you need to be working on with your customers. First and foremost now is protection. How do we protect the principals of the retirement accounts that these individuals have? And more importantly, if something happens to them, a disability or death, is there enough money put aside in insurance products that will allow that family to remain in their home or that retirement plan to come true? Second, and we got a lot of work to do here now, is the accumulation phase. The ability to help customers to start to reaccumulate cash so they're able to retire someday. We can't allow the public to become locked down and paranoid and not reacting because of what just happened in the marketplace. We have to help people to understand that they have to reinvest, put more money back into their retirement plans, have a sound asset allocation program, and start to rebuild their futures. And then, more importantly today than it was, again, just short 18 months ago, is the ability to work with people, to help people focus on income. How are they going to derive the retirement income they need when the day they retire happens? it's going to be critical that we use all the available resources we have to put together income plans for people so they are able to retire and they are able to have a peace of mind knowing that their income flow is predictable. And at the end of this puzzle is quality care. Care is one of the most important parts of retirement. It gives retirees the peace of mind of knowing that they'll be taken care of, but probably even more importantly, that they will not be a burden on their families. And having proper long-term care insurance in place at the right time is important, because if we can protect the long-term care needs of the retiree, they can live in retirement worry-free, and they can use all the other accumulated assets to help derive that very important income. Those are the 4 phases of retirement: the wealth accumulation phase, pre-retirement, and the wealth deaccumulation phase, post-retirement. Let's take a look at each one quickly. Protection. The protection phase is really for all families from age 25 to 65, making sure that the people who are dependent upon you are taken care of if something happens to you, either a death or disability. Second is the accumulation phase. Accumulation phase has gone out a little bit longer now, and people will accumulate money all through their working years, and those working years are also going to extend. One, because of the fact that people have to save a lot more for retirement, but number 2, longevity is allowing people to work much longer also. Income decumulation is one of the most important things that advisors need to look at today, commit to today, and really bring into their practice, because the American public is in charge of their own retirement income. Let me say that again. The American public is in charge of their own retirement income, and your ability as an advisor to help craft income and deaccumulation plans for your customers will put more prospects at your door than any other thing you do today, because people are scared and they need help. And care is nothing more than having a dignified way of living in retirement, knowing that your health care needs will be met. That helps longevity. And number 2, if long-term care is needed, that you can have long-term care at a very affordable price with a long-term care insurance product. Very key to peace of mind in retirement. So in this last screen is an interesting one, because that's me about 20 years ago. I'm one of the people who are involved in the silver tsunami, not just as a consultant and an advisor, but also I am a baby boomer. And I've seen a lot of changes over my time, and I can tell you that my plan has also evolved. It has evolved from that protection accumulation strategy to a strategy of long-term care insurance, which I own, and income planning, which is in my financial plan today. So I hope for all of you today, as you think about the silver tsunami, is that you focus on your customers' needs in these 4 key phases of retirement planning.